welcome to Hannity. Tonight we begin with this Fox News alert. Breaking just moments ago, our very own Trace Gallagher now reporting that DNA and a glove have been located inside the home of Nancy Guthrie. In just a moment, we'll have the very latest from Arizona, including new details about the suspect. Also tonight, an explosive hearing on Capitol Hill. Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison in the hot seat over the rampant fraud in his state. Watch this.
It's my hearing, pal. As early as 2019,
don't call me
whistleblowers came to, well, I should call you prisoner because you ought to be in jail.
Coming up, Josh Hawley will join us. We'll play more of that tape. Also, we will introduce you to some of the criminals that the far-left agitators are so desperate to keep in your country. You know, for example, like youth soccer coach from El Salvador, now charged with raping and murdering a teenage boy. But we begin tonight back in Arizona, where the FBI just doubled the reward for information leading to Nancy Guthrie or anyone involved in her kidnapping, now to $100,000. The Bureau also releasing more details on the masked intruder seen here at Nancy Guthrie's front door. The FBI's Operational Technology Division is describing this person, a male, approximately 5'9" or 5'10", with an average build. The bag that he's wearing has been identified as a black 25-liter Ozark Trail hiker backpack, pictured right there. Now, this brings us to the video obtained by TMZ. This was recorded by a Ring camera 5 miles away from Nancy Guthrie's home on the very same morning that she was abducted. It shows a man with a similar backpack at 1:52 a.m. But now, breaking NBC News reporting, authorities have cleared this man from being involved in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. Harvey Levin will join us in a moment. We'll get his take on all of that. Also, more communication that TMZ got today. But breaking tonight, Reuters now reporting that Pima County Sheriff, who has jurisdiction over the case, is actively blocking and delaying investigators at the FBI from accessing very critical evidence. I've been hinting at this. I'm saying we're going to get to this. I didn't want to engage in this discussion too deeply in the hopes that they would finally get to work together. But it's a much deeper story than people know. Here with more and the new evidence found inside the Guthrie home, the host of Fox News at Night, right here on Fox, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock on the West Coast, Trace Gallagher. Trace.
Yeah, and Sean, a high-level source from the FBI has confirmed that story to me. We learned that Pima County Sheriff is blocking key evidence to the FBI. What happened was there was DNA found inside Nancy Guthrie's house. We knew about that part. They also found a glove inside the house. The FBI wanted that evidence sent to Quantico for analysis, but the Pima County Sheriff's Office decided to send it to an alternate lab in Florida. So the key thing here is, yes, there is a dispute on that because the FBI believes they're going to have to take that glove and resend it to Quantico for analysis. So you have the headbutting between the Sheriff's Department and the FBI. But the big news of this, really, Sean, is the fact that there was a glove found inside Nancy Guthrie's house. We don't have any context on the glove. We don't know if it's Nancy Guthrie's. We don't know if it belongs to somebody else. But the fact that it's being analyzed at a lab in Florida and that the FBI also wants to analyze it is in itself very critical. We should note that the Pima County Sheriff's Office is now asking that the residents here in the Catalina foothills within a 2-mile radius send in all the videotape they can that might be important. They're talking the window from January 1st to February 2nd, which is a day after Nancy Guthrie disappeared. They want cars driving by. They want cars that are parked, people that are driving by, anything that might be out of the ordinary. You were mentioning, Sean, that TMZ video that showed the guy about 5 miles away from here at the very same time that the intruder was walking up to Nancy Guthrie's doorstep. That video was sent in to TMZ, but that's kind of what the Sheriff's Department, the FBI, are looking for, anything unusual. That person has apparently been cleared, reportedly been cleared, but that's kind of what they're looking for. We talked to some people who told us that the law enforcement officers had been to their house and they were asking them what kind of cars they own, what kind of cars they drive. This appears to be part of the process of elimination where you know what cars are driving in and out. And what you want to find is the unusual traffic, oddball traffic that might be driving in and out in case some suspicious activity is happening. But the big news out of here tonight, Sean, that we're going to focus on a lot is the fact that there is this glove. There is this dispute, this glove, and that, things might be heating back up in the investigation into the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, Sean.
All right, Trace, we'll be watching 1 hour, 55 minutes from right now. Won't miss a minute. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.